Hello students, welcome to the lecture on new product development. And after this lecture, we will be able to learn the following objectives. Explain the new product development process, describe the psychology of new product introduction, discuss the value of marketing, define the types of new products. Let's start with the introduction. The successful development of new products has become a complex process involving contribution from a range of different disciplines. Rarely is one individual responsible for the inception, creation and realization of a new product for today the inherent complexity of products. Markets and the processes through which they are developed dictates that a number of functions, each with their own roles, work together to create the product. New product development is a multi-stage process. Many different models with a varying number of stages have been proposed in the literature. We briefly review these models and propose a new model that is better suited to decision making regarding product performance and specification. Let us discuss new product development process. Because introducing new products on a consistent basis is important to the future success of many organizations, marketers in charge of product decision often follow set procedure for bringing products to market. In the scientific area, that may mean the establishment of ongoing laboratory research programs for discovering new products, while less scientific companies may pull together resources for product development on a less structured timetable. Improving and updating product lines is crucial for the success for any organization. Failure for an organization to change could result in a decline in sales and with competitors racing ahead. The process of NPD is crucial within an organization.
Today we're going to take a look at the stages of product development. Now we understand the difference between innovation and invention. We understand that marketers use innovations and inventions to create new products and to make profit. It doesn't matter whether a marketer is going to use an innovation or an invention, they still need to follow these product development stages. So please make sure you have your notes. Please make sure you follow the STORM philosophy and sit back and enjoy. Okay, so what are we going to look at today? Well, first of all, we're going to connect product development back to the 4 Ps and really trying to establish that connection. Next, we're going to identify product. What is it? What's the difference between product and service? And lastly, we'll take a look at the actual stages of product development. So before we get into the stages of product development, we need to understand where it falls in the marketing process. Basically, we don't begin to develop our product until we've come up with a conceptual product idea. So the idea of your product, how it's going to be used, who is it going to satisfy, so the profile of your target market, as well as who will be your competitors, who do you have to be aware of. Once you figure this out, then you move on to the product and the 4 Ps of our marketing plan. So the first P is product. Whatchamacallit? Now this is a product and it fits within the marketing mix of the 4 Ps. And a product can be a good or a service, even an idea, which consists of both tangible things you can touch and intangible attributes. Whether it is a product such as a good or a service or an idea, it's going to satisfy consumers in some way. It's going to satisfy their needs or their wants. And consumers will exchange money for your product or some other unit of value. And so product planning or product development are all about the decision making involved in creating this service, this good, this idea, the tangible and intangible aspects. So all the aspects of development that we need to recognize is what we will cover next in the stages of product development. So new products are created because consumers need or want them. There's a gap in the current market. The world doesn't have a product that exists that will satisfy those needs or those wants. Because of this gap, marketers and companies will develop products to satisfy this, that will fill this gap. So the question that every marketer needs to answer, why don't I just create and sell that product? If you can do it, then you will do it. And therefore, if a product is successful, it must have desirable attributes for the target market. It will be unique. And if it is not either of these things, it is doomed to fail. So once you've determined the fact that you need to create this product, you then are going to answer these questions. Can you produce it and can you sell it? This is something that we looked at with a feasibility study. It's something that we will refer to and revisit many times over in the next following lessons. So if the feasibility study finds that the idea is worth pursuing and that it is doable, the product development process begins. This process involves 8 stages, and every product needs to go through each of these 8 stages in order to then be brought to the market, in order to be sold to consumers. So the stages are as follows: idea generation, idea screening, concept development, market strategy, feasibility analysis or study, product design, test marketing, and market entry. You'll notice that feasibility analysis is actually not the first stage because many other stages precede that. However, it is always a good idea to always have in the back of your mind whether or not the product will be feasible. So the first stage is all about idea generation. What ideas do you have? What new products do you think could be successful? Will these new products be inventions or innovations? Whether or not they are inventions or innovations are because someone generated these ideas. An idea to produce a product or service that is not currently available is this first stage. So the idea of a flying car, the idea of an iPad or a tablet device, the idea that you can play video games without using a controller. All of these amazing ideas started at this first stage. So the second stage is all about screening the idea. The very simple fact is that not all ideas are good ones. Case in point, New Coke. Research that if you want to find out more about that. Or McPizza. Another one, Heinz decided at one point that they wanted to make their ketchup green and blue and other colors. Not great ideas. Therefore, marketers need to test consumer reaction to their idea before they continue. Oftentimes, consumer reaction is positive and yet the product still fails. So it's not a definite answer to whether or not you should produce it, but it is something that you need to consider, and that the consumer reaction to your product is something you need to consider. So the idea is really just to throw around the idea, see what people think, get their feedback, make modifications, assess whether or not it's a good idea. The third stage is concept development. Again, not all ideas are good ones. However, if you've received positive feedback, then you need to move along and develop a prototype. Really, the idea here is that you've identified that the idea, the product, is a good one, that the market demand exists, and that competition will not prevent you from being successful. If you've answered yes to these questions, then you will develop a prototype, a sample. The stage will allow you to see the actual product, how it works, and the target market can then be brought in and really see how it works and provide feedback for improvements. The best example of concept development as far as products are automobiles. Every single car goes through this stage, and we see concept cars at auto shows. These concept cars are ideas. They've been screened, and they've created clay models that consumers can really check out and assess whether or not they like this car or not. Now it's time to move on to the market strategy. This is your marketing strategy. How are you going to address each of the 4 P's? You will define each of these 4 P's because you want to optimally sell your product. You want to make sure that it addresses target market needs or wants. As well, you will identify who your primary target market is and your secondary target market, so you ensure you will reach those consumers. At the same time that you're developing your market strategy, you may or may not be developing your feasibility analysis. So once you've done your product design, once you've kind of addressed your 4 P's, or at the same time, you then need to ask various questions. Do you have the materials and labor required to produce this product? Is the price of production going to be way too high? Do you have the distribution channels in place to get your product to the consumer? And what about promoting your product? How will you do this? It will be cost effective. Basically, again, you are answering this very simple question. Can you make and sell this product while making money doing so? Again, at the same time that you're doing your feasibility analysis and your market study, you're designing your product and continuously adding the consumer's feedback and the feasibility analysis questions and the answers to those questions into your product design. You're incorporating all this information. What will the product look like? The design will depend on what it does, as well as what the target market wants. So you can't just make a product that is just simply functional. It needs to satisfy the target market's want. And so once you've addressed your 4 Ps, you've continuously revisited the feasibility analysis, and you've continuously addressed the product design, it's now to go to test marketing. You need to test the acceptance of the product. Do consumers like it? Will they accept it? May they buy it down the road? This occurs by offering the product to a random sample of your target market. This is something that we look back at in marketing research. The consumer feedback in these test markets will improve your venture, improve your product, and determine whether the product should officially go to market. And if the test marketing is successful, it now moves on to market entry. This is where the product officially enters the market. It's sold to everyone. The product life cycle now begins, and we'll go through those product life cycle stages in the following videos. But the life of this product will be determined by the consumers, by competition, and further product advances. And so no matter what you've done up until this point, there's a lot of unknowns that will influence your products, and you need to be aware of these. Okay, so the product development process. Following these simple steps, 8 steps, you will hopefully, not guarantee, but hopefully improve your chances for successful products. You will hopefully gather profit from this. You will hopefully compete with the existing competitors. This process, however, needs to constantly be revisited. You need to constantly improve your products, update your products, stay ahead of your competitors, and so most companies will continuously revisit this product.
Cause of new product failure. Many new products with satisfactory potential have failed to make the grade. Here's a brief list of some of the more important causes of new product failures after the products have been carefully screened, developed, and marketed. No competitive point of difference and expected reaction from competitors. Poor positioning, poor quality of product, non-delivery of promised benefits of product. Too little marketing support. Poor perceived price or quality value, faulty estimates of market potential and other marketing research mistake, faulty estimates of production and marketing cost, improper channels of distribution and marketing costs, rapid change in the market after the product was introduced. Product development system. A typical new product introduction process contains 4 major steps. Initiate project. The initial step of the NPD process is to properly start and manage the project and its deliverables. A cross-functional team representing, among others, engineering, manufacturing, sales, and marketing and quality is put together as a core team of the NPD execution. Develop business plan. Before committing required resources or proceeding with product development, it is critical to validate future product profitability. Using standard business case templates, management must calculate the cost and business benefit of proceeding with the project. Executive project. The major development work effort and time begins after all the key project criteria are satisfied and the project is approved for execution. Development of deliverables required for the next phase is managed through to completion. Conduct gate reviews. This step is continuously repeated throughout the NPD process, ensuring that main predefined conditions are achieved before moving on to the next phase of the project. Routes of new product development. Transfer of technology, penetration of new product market, new product line extension, cost reduction, repositioning of product pre-launch, transfer of technology, diversification, addition to existing product line, improvement or revisions in existing product. Let us now discuss another topic, psychology of new product introductions. The design of effective product development processes has received considerable attention from scholars and practitioners. Unfortunately, however, practice does not necessarily follow theory. Many organizations experience considerable difficulty in following the development processes prescribed in the literature, and mounting evidence suggests that in many organizations the desired development process and the sequence of tasks actually used to create products are 2 very different things. For example, almost 40% of firms surveyed still use no formalized development process. Smaller sample studies also report similar results. Unfortunately, while the academic literature has made numerous contributions to understanding how product development should work, less attention has been paid to the question of why organizations so often fail to execute their development processes as desired. Let us now discuss value of marketing. The current quoted price at which investors buy or sell a share of common stock or a bond at a given time, also known as market price, the market capitalization plus the market value of debt. In the context of securities, market value is often different from book value because the market takes into account future growth potential. Market value is a price at which an asset would deal in a competitive auction setting. Market value is often used interchangeably with open market value, fair value or fair market value, although these terms have separate definition in different principles and may differ in some circumstances. Market value is a concept distinct from market price, which is a price at which one can transact, while market value is a true underlying value according to theoretical standards. The concept is most commonly invoked in inefficient markets or disequilibrium situation where prevailing market prices are not reflective of true underlying market value. For market price to equal market value, the market must be informational efficient and rational expectation must prevail.
Now, it's really no surprise that today more and more people are starting home-based businesses for a number of reasons. One is the economy. I don't think I had to do a long dissertation about what we all have gone through in the past couple of years with this economy. I think people who are viewing this video, you probably have been affected yourself, or you know someone who has been, either slightly or harshly. But another reason for trying to start a home-based business is to take control of your time and your day, to have control over that, rather than being sort of constrained by a boss or something or other, or a business structure. And also, you want to have some financial security and hopefully some financial freedom to guard against dips in the economy just like we've gone through. But, you know, we want to create that extra income. Now, we've all heard the stories of generating huge amounts of money, of income and wealth online, and, you know, you sort of look at that skeptically and you think that that's a lot of hype and stuff, but maybe not. You know, you might want to say, well, yeah, I'd love to, but exactly how do you do that? You know, that would be no different if I laid a pile of lumber at your feet and asked you to make this large, intricate, carved, spun-legged china cabinet. Most of you watching this video would tell me, hey, I don't know how to do that. You need a carpenter. Well, a carpenter has been trained, been an apprentice, and all of that takes plenty of time and money. Now, let's go back to the internet for a few moments. Now, the internet just turned 25 years old March 15th, 2010. And I came across some very interesting statistics because there were many, many news segments around about the anniversary of the internet. Now, did you know that there are 1 billion internet users right now online? And did you know that e-commerce is at $1.5 trillion with a T per year right now? And of that $1.5 trillion, just on the name .com alone is 400 billion. But by 2013, just 3 short years from now, users are forecast to be 2.2 billion. And remember, the population of the earth is around 8 billion. So there's room for growth there. E-commerce, just on .coms alone, will increase from $400 billion to $950 billion per year. That's more than double on both of those counts. So what does that mean? That means each year for the next 3 years, 400 million new users will come online. And it also means that $150 billion of e-commerce will be generated on just .coms alone. That does not include the .orgs, the .nets, the .biz, .info, .mobi, etc., etc., etc.
Informing consumer. One of the ways in which marketing benefits society is by informing and educating consumer. Marketing often has a persuasive intent, but it generally begins when a company identifies a customer need and seeks to explain how its products or services meet that need. For customers with clearly defined needs, marketing provides a means of learning about new products and what they do. Marketing can also include more practical information to assist in making a purchase, such as addresses, phone numbers, product release dates, store hours, and web addresses. Managing consumer expectation. Besides providing consumer with useful information about products and services, marketing can also help set and manage customer expectation. Consumers rely on trusted brands and the consistency that comes from brand loyalty. They also use information from consumer advocacy groups to learn about which brands are most reliable and represent the best values. Businesses use marketing to make consumers aware of major changes, such as mergers and transfer in ownership that affect product offerings or seek to improve quality. Economic benefit. Marketing drives a consumer economy, promoting goods and services and targeting consumers most likely to become buyers. Higher sales for a business that employs successful marketing strategies translate into expansion, job creating, higher tax revenue for governments, and eventually overall economic growth. Modeling behavior. Marketers work to understand consumer behavior and produce advertising that is most likely to influence it. This provides a place for behavioral researchers and economic analysis to model consumer behavior. By examining marketing data and its correlation to consumer behavior, analysts can learn about how and why people make the decision they do. This is useful in crafting awareness campaigns for major public and social issues. It also serves to advance the fields of behavioral psychology and economic forecasting. Liquidation value. Liquidation value is the most probable price that a specified interest in real property is likely to bring under all of the following conditions. Consummation of a sale will occur within a severely limited future marketing period specified by the client. The actual market conditions currently prevailing are those to which the appraisee property interest is subject. The buyer is acting prudently and knowledgeably. The seller is under extreme compulsion to sell. The buyer is typically motivated. The buyer is acting in what he or she considered his or her best interest. A limited marketing effort and time will be allowed for the completion of the sale. Payment will be made in cash in rupee in terms of financial arrangement comparable thereto. The price represents the normal consideration for the property sold unaffected by special or creative financing or sales concessions granted by anyone associated with the sale. Product development. Product development focuses on building and delivering products as efficiently as possible. The primary responsibilities of the product development role comprise developing clear and detailed whole product definition, the total set of product features and benefits, together with target product economics, selling, prices, cost, and margin. Working with the engineering discipline including research, design, development and testing to ensure products are designed and developed to meet requirements, defining the customer experience desired for customer to purchase, receive, install and maintain the product. Working with the operation discipline, sourcing, production, delivery, support, billing to design and implement processes that deliver the desired customer experience. The product development role is critical to managing a number of common challenges. Reducing product complexity and production, delivery and support costs. Minimizing rework due to unclear or incorrect product features. Eliminating time and money spent on unnecessary features and functionality. Ensuring rapid market acceptance through continual customer input during development. Ensuring operational needs are considered in parallel with product design and development, ensuring the totality of the product and customer experience fully realizes the product vision and strategy. Product marketing. Product marketing focuses on attracting and winning customers as effectively as possible. The primary responsibilities of the product marketing role comprise clearly define the target markets, customers' needs and buying cycles, and working with both the marketing and sales disciplines to ensure there is complete consistency and focus on the target market, developing the product's core messaging, value proposition, elevator, pitch, detailed product descriptions, product presentation and demonstration, white papers and case studies. Working with marketing to provide subject matter expertise, content and input for marketing communication programs such as website and collateral design, media and analyst relations, direct marketing, trade shows and conferences. Working with sales on customer presentation, developing proposal and tailoring deals to win business. The product marketing role is critical to managing a number of common challenges. Ensuring close coordination between sales and marketing in terms of target market and key messages, enabling high response rates to marketing programs based on optimal targeting, positioning and messaging, offering real value to target customers, media contacts, analysts and conference organizers that is of high interest and meets their needs, ensuring the groundwork is laid by marketing before beginning to incur high selling costs, keeping sales cycles short by offering compelling solution to urgent needs in well-defined markets, facilitating high sales win rates through tailoring product positioning, pricing and benefits to individual customer needs. How product management maximizes the value of the innovation. Product development. Minimize investment. The primary investment associated with product and services innovation is typically in engineering and operations. Product development plays a key role in ensuring that products are designed and developed as efficiently as possible based on a clear, well-defined upfront specification. It also plays a key role in ensuring operational processes are designed and developed efficiently based on a clear set of requirements both for the product and the customer experience. In this way, the product management discipline plays a pivotal role in limiting funding requirements, increasing capital efficiency and reducing time to market. Product marketing. Accelerate a market traction. The rate and timing of market traction, attracting and winning customer is a direct result of the depth of market need, the ability of the product to meet that need better than all other options, and the ability of the sales and marketing team to get that message out to the right market participant, customers, channel partners, media analysts, industry association. Product marketing plays a key role in focusing the sales and marketing teams on the right target markets with the right messaging. It also plays a critical role in educating and winning individual customers. As such, the product management discipline is instrumental in accelerating market traction. Product strategy. Increase valuation multiple. The valuation investor assigned to a venture is typically a function of both its underlying cash curve and a multiple that investor assigned to that particular venture in comparison with other venture in the same industry. Two venture with similar cash curves may get assigned significantly different valuation primarily based on two key factors: the core business model, market opportunity, IP, business system, and the caliber of the key stakeholders, the management team, investor and strategic partners. Product strategy is responsible for the product business model, and it is also pivotal to general management ability to attract the right caliber of stakeholders to the venture. In this way, the product management discipline is a primary driver of the venture's cash curve and valuation multiple. Let us now discuss types of new products, new markets or existing products research. Every company has a product that can travel. It can travel to new geographical markets or to new industry segments that have not been tapped before. New markets, wherever they are, new countries or new segments, carry risk. New markets or existing products research help collect information on potential customers and markets wherever they are in the world. With this knowledge, a company can build growth and value more quickly and more securely than by working from guesswork. Existing markets or existing products research. For many companies, the first place to look for more sale is amongst existing customers. Current customers have already made the ultimate gesture of approval and paid money to buy products. A bit more persuasion and they may buy more. However, how many companies know their customers so well that they know if they have every available piece of business? Ask yourself the following question. How much is each customer buying of the products or services sells to them? What share do my competitors and we have of each customer account? What does the customer think of me against the other suppliers it could or does use? What would make each customer buy more? New markets research. The most dangerous territory of all is that of new markets and new products. Here, market research is a must. Existing markets research. The assets of every company are its customer. Existing customers know and trust the company sufficiently well to do business. So they may give serious consideration to buying a new product or service from the company. In the research, researcher find the opportunities for new products or services with existing customer as part of its new markets program. In this method, researcher take a brief during which he could discuss the products company want to sell and learn about the current customer. Product development benefits. A successful product development strategy is dependent upon timing, planning, and realistic expectation. To achieve measurable product development result, we will need to successfully address the pressure to bring innovative new products to market faster and more cost effectively. The benefits are business success of the new product, promotion of best practice, speed rapid ramp up time at launch, definition of robust product strategies, detailed evaluation of product, market potential, competitive environment and customer needs, stronger positioning at launch time, thereby maximizing ROI. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. A new product is a good service or idea that is perceived by some potential customer as new. Market value is a concept distinct from market price, which is the price at which one can transact, while market value is the true underlying value according to theoretical standards. Marketing drives a consumer economy, promoting goods and services and targeting consumers most likely to become buyers. Product development plays a key role in ensuring that products are designed and developed as efficiently as possible based on a clear, well-defined upfront specification. The introduction phase of a product includes the product launch with its requirement to get it launched in such a way so that it will have maximum impact at the moment of sale.